Did you know 67% of candidates struggle with financial terminology interviews? In this video, we'll tackle the top 5 accounts manager interview questions with example answers, ensuring you're ready to impress. But what happens when you need to break down a complex financial concept to non-financial stakeholders? Let's dive in and find out. Let's dive into a leadership and results-oriented question. Describe a time when you successfully led a team to achieve a financial milestone. What was your role and what were the outcomes? Interviewers ask this to assess your ability to drive financial success and lead a team under pressure. To craft a compelling answer, start by identifying a milestone that aligns with common financial goals in the industry, such as increasing revenue or reducing costs. Then, make sure to mention a specific strategy you implemented that directly impacted the outcome. Saying implemented a new pricing strategy resonates more than just led the team. And don't forget to include a quantitative result to highlight the impact, like mentioning increased Q3 revenue by 15%. Here's what a strong answer sounds like.
In my previous role, I led a team tasked with boosting quarterly revenue. We identified an opportunity to adjust our pricing strategy and implemented a tiered pricing model. This involved close collaboration with sales and marketing to ensure effective execution. As a result, we increased our Q3 revenue by 15%, exceeding our target by 10%. This experience taught me the importance of strategic adjustments and cross-departmental collaboration, which I can bring to your organization.
Now, let's dive into handling conflicts, especially when numbers don't add up. Let's talk about a common interview question. Tell me about a time you had a disagreement with a colleague over a financial report. How did you handle it? Employers ask this to assess your problem-solving skills and how you manage professional relationships under pressure. Here are some tips to consider when crafting your answer. First, reference the report specifics. Was it a calculation, projection, or data source issue? This shows you understand the technical details. Next, highlight proactive communication. Early and frequent discussions can prevent escalation and demonstrate your leadership skills. And finally, share what you learned from the experience. Showing growth and adaptability is key to making a strong impression. Let me show you how to put this together.
During a quarterly review, my colleague and I disagreed on the revenue projections in our financial report. We realized it stemmed from using different data sources. I immediately set up a meeting to discuss our findings. By collaborating and aligning our data inputs, we agreed on a unified approach. The revised report was more accurate, and I learned the importance of verifying data sources and enhancing cross-departmental communication.
Here we go, the moment you've been waiting for, tackling tricky financial concepts. This is a crucial question interviewers ask to assess your communication skills as an accounts manager. They want to see how effectively you can translate complex financial jargon into something understandable for a broad audience. Let's break down this question with some strategic tips. First, use analogies related to the stakeholders' roles or industries. This makes complex ideas more relatable. Next, highlight any tools or visuals you use to simplify the concept, as these can greatly enhance understanding. And finally, mention follow-up actions you took to ensure lasting clarity, showing your commitment to effective communication. Let me show you how to put this together.
During a quarterly review, I had to explain our new cost allocation method to the marketing team. I used a marketing campaign analogy, comparing cost allocation to distributing resources among various channels. I also presented a simple bar chart to visually demonstrate the impact. Afterward, I circulated a one-page summary and held an open Q&A session to address any lingering questions and ensure comprehension.
Great job! You're halfway through and have tackled leadership, conflict, and communication. Let's keep the momentum going. You're learning the questions, but knowing them isn't enough. Mock Interview Pro builds an accounts manager preparation plan. You practice answering out loud, get real feedback, and sit through a mock interview that feels like the real thing. Link in the description. And there it is. The question we teased: how to manage client disagreements smoothly. Let's tackle a scenario many accounts managers face. Suppose a client disputes their account balance with your company. How would you address this situation to maintain a good relationship? Interviewers ask this to see if you can handle delicate financial matters while keeping client trust. Here are some key strategies for crafting your answer. Start by listening actively and documenting the client's concerns, as this shows respect and helps prevent misunderstandings. Use precise financial language when explaining your findings, because clarity builds trust in your expertise. Propose a win-win solution, demonstrating that you're committed to maintaining long-term relationships, not just resolving the immediate issue. Let me show you how to put this together.
I once had a client who disputed their account balance due to unexpected fees. First, I listened carefully and documented their concerns to ensure I had the full picture. Then, I reviewed the account details and found that the fees were indeed applied due to a system error. I explained this using detailed financial reports and assured them it was a one-time issue. Finally, I offered to waive the fees and provided a small discount on their next invoice to reinforce our commitment to resolving the issue amicably. The client appreciated the proactive approach and continued their business with us.
All right, let's talk about juggling deadlines when you're missing key pieces of the puzzle. Here's a scenario that tests your problem-solving skills under pressure. Imagine you have an urgent deadline for a report, but you're missing critical data. How would you handle this? Interviewers ask this to see how you navigate obstacles and prioritize effectively to meet deadlines. To tackle this question effectively, start by identifying and prioritizing the most critical missing data first. This helps focus your efforts on what truly matters. Next, leverage your internal network to quickly locate the data, tapping into colleagues and departments who might have the information you need. And remember, communicate potential impacts and solutions to your supervisor proactively, showing that you're not only aware of the problem, but also actively managing it. Let me show you how to put this together.
When facing a similar situation, I first identified the key data points needed for the report. I realized our sales data was incomplete, so I immediately reached out to our sales department contacts to expedite the data retrieval. Simultaneously, I informed my supervisor of the delay, outlining my actions and potential backup metrics I could use. By the end of the day, I received the updated data and delivered the report on time with minimal disruption.
Your interview is coming. Stop preparing alone. Mock Interview Pro builds an accounts manager preparation plan that adjusts to your timeline. Even if your interview is this week, it focuses on what matters most. Targeted practice, AI feedback, and a live mock interview so you walk in calm and clear. Start your preparation plan now. Link in the description. In this video, we explored how to lead teams to financial success, manage disagreements, and simplify complex financial concepts for others. You also learned strategies for maintaining client relationships and handling tight deadlines. Remember, preparation is key, and with these insights, you're ready to ace your accounts manager interview. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more valuable content. Go crush that interview.